Who chooses the music for the videos? Isn't it does all the
Yeah,
music?
it's the music
Well,
is
well, you select the music.
yeah, the music is kind of stressful because
I bet.
they you know like what kind of music you want, but you don't really have anything to pick from. So like I really the way that I do it is just like I'm on Epidemic and just like sitting there listening to tracks and like trying to figure out like what do I search for to find this mood that I'm in for the this specific part. And then like you always want to edit with the music because the music really set like since it's rhythmic and it sets the tone, you want to like do cuts on time and stuff like that. So you can't really finish the edit until you have the music in place. Um, because if you have like a cool edit and you throw music on it, and you're like, this doesn't work at all. So you always have to like make. I always make like a rough cut of the edit on you like roughly what I want, and then I try and find music. And this time around, I tried to like find music early and not like wait because sound and like doing post processing and like making sure that everything's audible and stuff like that. That's usually something you want to do last because you want to freeze the edit so that like that the edit is done before you start doing that. Because if you need to change something with the edit and you've like fixed the audio whatever, you have to redo everything. So like when I do audio and like the all our talking points and stuff like that, there's like a bunch of stuff where if there's wind, I have to like mask that and like figure out ways to like make it you know transition well into cuts. And if you change the edit at that point, you have to redo the entire thing. And that's the same thing with music. Like if you add music and you feel like it didn't work out, then you have to change everything.
Yeah. You did a really good job with the music. Like another thing to notice as well is that like you did a great job with like getting everything timed so that the music hits certain beats or timings within the song to transition well. So like for example, when it's going to wrap up.
Yeah.
So if you go to the end of the end of the epic section, it's all timed
Yeah.
for the music to end.
So like
for
the
when the
last
music ends.
beat is like on the last like frame or whatever of a shot, or like when the ball
Yeah,
stops
and
stuff like
it's
that.
and it's not just like any random beat. It is specifically the beat that wraps up the song. So like the intensity of the song, comes down and actually resolves at the end.
Yeah. Another good example is the part where when we're teeing up for the last hole, the music kind of tells you what's going to happen in beforehand because it's like, come on, Premiere, you can do it. Because it's like you get that like fanfare
Right,
almost
dude.
type music.
Last hole.
It's like,
And,
oh, we're here.
Yeah, now that we added signs, it's a lot easier to keep track.
Like, oh, we're gonna do it, and then you get like that comic like cut off. It just cuts when I fuck up,
Yeah,
and then when you're hitting it, it's much more like hopeful and like
yeah, exactly. Yep,
so like a lot
it's
of
much warmer as well. This next part is
Yeah.
like when it picks up there.
so that's also like a huge part of editing is editing with the music, and the music is telling half the story almost. And it's cool to see because like people can tell what's gonna happen based on the sound design. So yeah.